She sat in my chair every month, showed me photos of her kids, told me about her anniversary trip, asked my opinion on whether she should go shorter for the summer. She tipped well. She was kind. She became one of my favorite clients. And the whole time, I was doing the hair of the woman my ex-boyfriend had replaced me with. She had no idea. I had no idea, until the day she showed me her vacation photos and I saw his face. And that's when everything got very complicated. This is the story of what I found out, and the decision I had to make about what to do with it. I work at a hair salon, have for about 3 years now. You build relationships in this job, real ones. People tell you things in a salon chair they wouldn't tell their therapist. Something about the mirror, the hands in your hair, the lack of eye contact. It loosens people up. She first came in last November. New client, found me through my work Instagram. She was warm immediately, the kind of person who makes you feel like you've known them for years inside of 10 minutes. First appointment, she mentioned her daughter. Said it was funny, her daughter had the same name as me, an older name, uncommon. She laughed about it. I thought it was a nice coincidence. We talked about her family. She had a husband. She mentioned him briefly, not much detail that first time. I didn't think anything of it. She came back the next month, and the month after that. By spring, she was telling me more. Her husband's name was John. They'd met at work 6 years ago, married 3.5 years ago. And then she mentioned the university, the same university I had gone to, before I dropped out. I told myself it was a coincidence. John is a common name. We live in the same area. People overlap. The world is smaller than it feels. I told myself that for 3 more appointments. Then she came in last week. She'd just gotten back from a holiday, pulled out her phone to show me photos, the hotel, the beach, a restaurant she loved, and then a photo of her husband. I recognized him immediately. It was him, my ex. 3 years together, planning to move in. We had a dog. He kept the dog. We ended on a night I still haven't fully forgiven, when he threw me out of his car in the middle of the night 5 blocks from my apartment because we'd been arguing. That man was her husband. I finished her hair. I don't know how. I kept my face neutral, asked about the hotel, said the photos looked lovely. She booked her next appointment before she left. I stood at the back of the salon for a long time after she walked out, and I started doing the math. They met 6 years ago at work. He and I were still together 6 years ago. We didn't break up until 5 years ago. The timeline didn't work. And then there was the name, her daughter, my name, an uncommon name, the kind of name you don't just stumble on, the kind of name that means something to someone. He named his daughter after me, or she was named before we broke up, which means she was born before we broke up, which means he wasn't just seeing someone else, he had built an entire other life. Here's where I need you to understand something. I am not a vindictive person. I don't want to blow up anyone's marriage. I don't want to walk back into a situation that nearly destroyed me the first time and handed a new weapon. But this woman sits in my chair and tells me about her life, her anniversary, her kids, the way she describes her husband with this uncomplicated warmth, like he's simply a good man who loves her. And I know things about that man that she doesn't. I know how a night can end when he's been drinking. I know what it feels like to be left on a pavement in the dark. I know that his timeline and her timeline don't add up. I spent a week going back and forth. Part of me said, tell her. If you were her, you'd want to know. You'd want the person who knew to say something. And part of me said, what exactly are you going to tell her? That her husband had a girlfriend before her? That's not a crime. That the timeline seems off? You're not certain. You're doing math in your head at a hair salon. That he named his daughter after you? You don't actually know that. You just feel it. And feelings aren't evidence. They're just the thing you're left with when the facts run out. I made a decision. I'm not going to tell her. Not because I don't care. Not because I think she doesn't deserve to know. But because I don't actually know what the truth is. And the version I'm carrying might just be the story I've constructed from a name, a university, and a man I haven't seen in 5 years. But I'm dropping her as a client. I can't keep taking her money while sitting on something that might matter, even if I'm not sure it does, even if I never know whether it does. Some information doesn't come with instructions for what to do with it. You just have to decide how much of it you're willing to carry. She texted to book her next appointment 2 days ago. I haven't replied yet. I've been thinking about what I'd want if the roles were reversed. And honestly, I'm not sure anymore. I used to be. I used to think I'd always want to know. That the truth, however uncomfortable, was always better than not knowing. But there's a version of knowing that only breaks things, and a version of not knowing that keeps a life intact. I don't know which one she's living in, and I don't know if it's my call to find out. Tell me what you would do. Would you tell her, or would you let it go? Drop it in the comments. I'll be reading every single one.